Setting: a living room of Eileen and Evan Markman. A TV dominates the room. There is a couch, easy chair, and a small bar. It is a cold northeastern city. At Rise, it's Super Bowl Sunday, 1991. The game between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills is reaching a waning moment, with the Giants projecting a slim lead. Evan, dressed in a blue Navy New York Giants uniform, number 89, watches the TV as if in prayer. His wife Eileen answers. She wears a white dress with a blue and red trim.
Evan. Evan.
Please.
Evan.
What?
I'm going to kill myself.
Can it wait till after the game?
No, Evan, this time it can't.
Wrong time to get fancy. Wearing them down. And what do? Anderson, give the ball to Anderson.
Who's winning?
Giants up by 1. 3 minutes left. Timeout, Buffalo.
Oh, I see you missed me today.
Would you mind leaving us alone until this thing is over?
Did you hear what I said?
For God's sake, Eileen, it's the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, the most important game of my life.
Well, that's why I thought now would be the perfect time to kill myself while you were involved with something you loved.
All we need is one more first down, and then we can run out the clock. Then we'll head to McHale's and celebrate with a bottle of his overpriced champagne.
Drink ourselves into oblivion? This time that's not going to work.
That's it. It's Bavaro, Mark Bavaro. Love you, baby, love you. So dependable year after year. The kind of guy you want in your foxhole.
It doesn't look like they have enough for a first down.
What are you trying to do? Jinx this?
Well, I'm trying to be realistic.
5 guys invited me to watch with them, but there's a reason I turned them down. I don't like drunken commentary. I don't like small talk between plays. I don't like people who can't stick with it to the end. There's a lot of karma in football, and that's why I haven't gone to the bathroom since second quarter. That's when the Giants got the lead, and if I leave this room, it might destroy everything so delicately gained.
As long as I'm making myself clear.
Come on, Eileen, this could be it. This will be it. Just one more.
Oh, that's bad, isn't it?
Bad. This is awful. Quarterback sneak on 3rd and 4. It's as if they don't want to win.
I didn't want to tell you this, but I had a vision last night, and the Giants are going to lose.
Why would you say something like that?
Oh, the vision wasn't bad. It was peaceful. Though grown men were in tears, there was a strong sense of redemption.
You're trying to ruin it for me, aren't you? The one pleasure left in my life.
Let's not blame each other for, let's just call it 28 miserable years. They were miserable, weren't they? In the sense that our greatest joy didn't come from each other.
I missed the 1987 Super Bowl, the only Super Bowl the Giants ever won, because you drank all my bourbon and passed out on the front lawn. I know it was wrong of me to keep saying your dad died the day before the Super Bowl out of spite. Still, I made a vow that the next time the Giants got close, I'd be there from start to finish, no matter how bad things were gonna get.
I know it was hard for you to live in Daddy's shadow all those years. How much you hated Wednesdays when Daddy and I took the early bird at Rimsky's while he made you work late. Or how I spent Sunday afternoons playing the piano with him while he made you watch the TV in the basement with your shoes on and the sound off. I apologized then, and I apologize now for not being a better wife. Just as I'm sure you'd apologize to me for not being a better husband. Because I still love you more than I care to concede. Do you love me? It's It's a goddamn commercial.
You're my wife. Of course I love you, dear.
More than the Giants?
More than the Jets.
You're still blaming me for the drought.
I'm not blaming you. I said it's unfortunate that the Giants didn't make the playoff from the year we got married until 1981. But we'll be well past that.
If the Giants win.
If the Giants win, we'll do whatever you want.
Go down to the lake and make love in the sand like we did on our first night together?
It's 29 degrees out.
You go to football games in that weather.
I don't go around wearing no clothes.
The guy sitting next to you with the big blue G on his chest did.
He was drunk.
You have a picture of him hanging in our den above our wedding picture.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Thomas, Thurman Thomas, that son of a bitch. They had him trapped and they let him get away.
They're going to lose, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out, get out, get out.
Do you want to know where I was today? I was with Philip, the divorce lawyer, the one with the Maserati. He says I have a good case if I decide to pursue it, that you'd be entitled to nothing since Daddy left everything in my name. I mean, it's not like I'm unattractive or something. In fact, Philip said I could easily pass for someone his age. I told him he never saw me with my clothes off. And it was then that he propositioned me. A 30-year-old boy invited me to the Shady View Hotel. You know, that place you used to take us for those all-you-can-eat breakfasts? At first I thought he was kidding, that he was trying to extend his hours. You know how lawyers are. But he said that when he looked deep into my eyes, he saw interminable sadness. And maybe for one passing moment, we could recapture what's left of my joy. It's the 2-minute warning. Why can't you at least listen to me during the 2-minute warning?
What am I supposed to say? That I'm insanely jealous?
Are you?
Do whatever you want. What more can I say?
He wanted to stoop me, Evan. The young boy wanted to stoop me.
The clicker, Eileen. Give me the clicker.
You don't care whether I did it or not. Well, Evan, I didn't. The one thing in the last 28 years that made me feel alive, and I slapped the poor boy in the face.
I don't know how to say this nicely, but you're having an impact on the game that's approaching devastation.
Almost in field goal range, aren't they? Which means it can all come down to nothing.
Unless someone can come up with a big play.
Highly unlikely, isn't it? If you think about the past.
Unless fate or fumble or something truly unexpected, because come on, guys, it took so long to get this far, and I love you too much.
This is goodbye. Don't be sorry. Even if the Giants lose, they'll still beat the spread.
Don't take this personally, because I am sorry about today, tomorrow, the past 28 years. It's that these are the Giants and they're in my blood. Season tickets every year, Yankee Stadium. Charlie Connolly, Frank Gifford, Sam Huff, Y.A. Tittle, Kyle Roach, Jim Cattavage. Oh, God, how they put their hearts on the line and how we tried to give it back. Then in 56, won the championship game over the Bears. It was the greatest day of my life. Mom cried. Billy and Dad hugged for the first and only time in their lives. Total strangers were picking me up. They called me the Charm. The Giants won the first 10 games I ever went to, and the fans in our section rubbed my head as soon as I came into our seats. Then in 58, when Dad went bankrupt and had to sell off his season tickets, the Giants lost in sudden death overtime to Baltimore Colts. The greatest game ever is what people called it. To me, it was the worst because If I was there, I swear the Giants would have won. But I never gave up hope, not through Ali Sherman, Tucker Fredrickson, Joe Piskarczyk. I knew when the right man came along, we would turn it around, and we did. Bill Parcells, he's the greatest, Eileen. He won't let us down because these are the Giants, and this is my life. Open this door. Don't run the water. I can hear you going through the medicine chest. Come on, Eileen. I want you to open this door before I'm forced to use force. Please, Eileen, it's going to come down to a final play. And I need you, Eileen, to pray to God that this field goal gets blocked. Anything to preserve what's left of... I would have gotten you something for our anniversary, but you said it was okay not to. If the economy, it stinks, and this Gulf War, it's going to last for years. I don't care what George Bush thinks. By the grace of God, the Giants win tomorrow night. We'll eat fancy. No early bird, no rotating dessert, no sports channel in the background. Then I'll make a vow. No Stanley Cup playoffs, no spring training, no March Madness. We'll go to the art show, do hikes, make love in the sand, even if it is 29 degrees. Even the good teams have bad years, and sometimes the bad teams will come through for you. And when they do, it's so much greater than if it happens every year. They're lining up, Eileen. The players are lining up. I need you to be here. Eileen. Eileen. I'm going to call the doctor. I'm going to call the doctor. I'm going to call the doctor. Right after this play.
Evan kneels in front of the television, as if in prayer. Eileen walks out of the bathroom, picks up her suitcase, and leaves. Lights out. The end. I think you guys did a great job. It's a really clever play. And Hank, you were telling me it's loosely based on a real story?
Yeah, I read a story about a man whose wife actually committed suicide during the Super Bowl, and he didn't report it till after the game. I told it to a friend, and his reaction was, yeah, so. But actually, that game was not this Super Bowl. It was, I think, the Super Bowl, the 49ers beat the Broncos 55-10. I'm thinking, okay, he probably should have called during that game. I thought the game between the Giants and the Bills was quite a tense game too. So I'm going, gosh, short of a fire, I'm not sure I would have left that game for anything while watching this one. So, and I should say too, I actually had a bunch of short stuff in Buffalo, and I said to the artistic director, please don't include this play. And she goes, I think we'll do this play. I go, we'll have a trigger warning. I go, don't do it. And sure enough, they did a bunch of my plays, and I noticed this one got cut. So and I cheer for the Falcons now. So folks in Buffalo have my true and full empathy.
John and Jess,
it's a good play. Really tight. Nice
John and Jess, what did you think of the marriage? You guys are actually married in real life and have been happily married for how many years? Well, I should say married for how many years? We don't really need that happily.
Well, no,
Okay.
it's mainly
Yeah,
happy.
we're married, 15 years.
What,
15 years.
15.
Yep.
15. Yeah.
And we were together a couple of years before that as well.
Yeah.
And
we
prior to that, I was a Jets fan. So, I understand.
That's Jets.
Go Jets. Yeah.
My only sport is synchronized swimming. So, this, whatever.
And theater.
And we've met through theater. We met through theater, and we both still do it. And John is primarily sound and projections, and I direct and act. And it's a perfect marriage. It's a perfect match.
Yeah. One little anecdote was I was an engineer and a lawyer for many years, and when I retired, I was doing all this sound stuff. But then after retirement, I actually went back to school, back to the Yale School of Drama for sound design and projection design. So my lovely wife had a student living in another city, and she had to keep an eye on me, of course, because all the babes were all over the 65-year-old guy who was in class.
He was the only student at Yale on Medicare.
Yeah.
So that was
Well, you
pretty
could
cool.
buy beer, so.
Yeah,
That's right.
well, actually,
And I knew how to tap a keg. Nobody else knew how to tap a
they
keg.
had a party and they didn't know how to tap the keg. So they said, get the old guy, he'll know how to tap it. And
Oh,
he
dear
did.
God.
Sure enough.
Really
Well, thank you
Education can
guys
happen
very
anywhere.
much.